Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Jenny and I help people transcend their limits. So in today's video I wanted to touch on 3 things that every child who experienced trauma needs to know. So the first one is where your attention goes, energy flows. Okay, so why do adults who have had traumatic childhoods need to know this? Well, firstly, when you're constantly reliving your childhood memories and experiencing those negative emotions, that pain, reliving all the terrible things that happened, it's just you're literally reliving those memories in the present. You're creating all that stress, all those stress hormones, you're firing the neurons together in your brain, and signaling them that it's actually happening right now. Okay, so although it happened in the past, and although you're reflecting on a memory, your body has no ability to know that. It thinks it's happening again. So you're just creating all of these stress hormones. Neurons that are firing is going to become stronger. It's going to become more embedded in your brain. And then it's going to want to reflect on that even more. So that's why you literally become addicted to your past. So the first thing is that where your attention goes, energy flows. Okay, now this isn't just some fancy saying, like, it's actually true. If you keep putting your attention on your past childhoods and your past memories of all the terrible things that happened, which were not okay at all, but the more you relive those memories, the worse you're making your life. Like, I can guarantee you, and this was true for me, I'm not trying to say this to like talk down to people, but it was true for me. I used to do it all the time. I used to always reflect on like, just bad things that happened when I was a child and even when I was a teenager. And as a young adult, I always used to think about them, and what I was actually doing is just creating this chemical response in my body of adrenaline and stress hormones, and it was just, I was becoming addicted to those emotions, not consciously aware, but I was actually becoming addicted to that. And the same, like the neural pathways in my brain were just becoming more and more embedded, becoming stronger and stronger. And again, it just became like a habit of where putting my attention back on those terrible memories and creating more of them, because again, like, the body doesn't know what's in the past or what's in the future, it just knows what's happening right now. Okay, which is a key point. It doesn't know what's happening in the future, which is really beneficial for us. We're going to get onto that in some future videos, but just focus on now. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So if you're putting your attention on painful past childhood memories, it's a problem. So the reason that you have memories is because the emotions attached to them are so strong. Okay, you're actually remembering the emotion, which is why you have memories. So all the painful things in your past that you remember so vividly is because of the strong emotion that you felt when it happened. Okay, so all of the darkest days. Now, you don't want to relive those. You really don't. Okay, definitely it's not a case of lying to yourself. Okay, it's just a case of creating new neural pathways, new chemical reactions. Think positively of the future self, and that will become a self-fulfilling prophecy, you see? So instead of focusing always on the past and the negative, you can actually create your future by thinking positively, getting emotionally involved with positive intentions, and it will happen. I know it sounds completely nuts, but it's not me just making it up, it is science. So where attention goes, energy flows. Stop putting your attention on anything bad, okay? Which is so important for children of trauma, because there's just been a life of badness, right? There's just been a life of complete chaos and pain, but it's so important just to let it go, because the more you hold on to it, the more you're just hurting yourself, and I attest to that. Okay, so your second one is that your personal reality creates your personality. Now, what does that mean? Your personality is made up of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, and then obviously your personal reality is kind of your environment, your friends, your circumstances, everything in your reality, basically, your job, your money. So what does this mean? Your personal reality creates your personality. Well, it means that whatever you're surrounded by is affecting your thoughts. If you're surrounded by negative people who are constantly complaining, who have really negative traits, who maybe drink a lot, who maybe do drugs, then that's going to become something that literally is washed off onto you, and you're going to do the same, because you're going to be thinking their thoughts, you're going to be feeling their emotions. Like, you're on the same vibration, you know. I know that the law of attraction is kind of spoken about a lot these days, especially on YouTube, but it's actually a really good point, because whatever you're on the same vibration as, you're going to be attracting. So it's kind of all loops in with your personal reality creates your personality, because you'll be picking up the same traits, you'll be doing the same behaviours as those in your, you know, in your environment. Okay, and the third thing is that the world can only see you as you see yourself, okay? If you see yourself as a child of trauma, if you see yourself as someone who's gone through this hardship, which you have, and I'm not discounting that, I'm not trying to belittle it at all, you definitely have, and it's valid, okay? And that is part of you. But if that's what you carry around on your shoulder, and it's something that you have resentment over, or it's something that is shaping your identity today in a large negative way, then, you know, you have to realise that that's what the world's going to give back to you. Again, you could say that this relates to the law of attraction, but it's kind of more than that. It's really a case of who you are is how the world will see you. If you see yourself as somebody who has been dealt an absolute terrible time, who's just had so much negative things happen to them, which is not okay at all, okay? But if that's how you perceive yourself, then that's what the world's going to see in you, okay? Whatever you're carrying around on the forefront of your mind, or whatever identity you have for yourself, it's what the world's seeing. I'm not making this up, this is actually based on science. So if you have that at the forefront of your mind, my trauma, my bad times, like all these negative things, then that's what the world's going to give you. It's not only going to see it, it's going to give it right back to you. It's going to say, well, negative emotions, negative experiences, there you go, there you go, there you go. So the more that you're carrying these things around, the more the universe is just going to give them back to you, okay? So you need to shift your mindset, shift the story you're telling yourself, leave the past in the past. Now focus on your current reality and make it good emotions. Make them full of fruitful thoughts, okay? Surround yourself with positive people. Now, I discussed this all in my transformation course. The transformation course is about, number one, looking at your behavioural traits and deciding which ones particularly are holding you back from achieving your goals, from becoming who you want to be, from living the life you want to live. Okay, number two is we go into how the mind functions, really go deep into how exactly you can change your life by changing your mind. Now, we don't go too sciencey, okay, we keep it easy to understand, easy to digest. And the third thing is processes for you guys to follow to alter your mind, to change your whole life. And these are the exact same things that I followed, and they have really changed my life. So with that being said, let's just review the 3 things that every child of trauma needs to know. Where your attention goes, your energy flows, okay? Please do not give your attention to your childhood. Please do not give your attention to those terrible memories, because you're going to be creating more of them. You will create more of what you think about. So if you're thinking about your childhood all the time, you're literally stabbing yourself in the foot. Please stop thinking about it. 2, your personal reality creates your personality, okay? Don't forget, your personality is your thoughts, feelings, and actions. So if your personal reality is full of negative people, a job you hate, just terrible environment, then that's going to create negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative actions. You're in a downward spiral. So be aware of your environment and change it if you need to. You know, even if it's just small things at the moment because you're maybe stuck in a situation, just change what you can change, and gradually things will get better, okay? But do become aware of your environment and the people that you're surrounding yourself with. And the third thing, the world can only see you as you see yourself. So please see yourself as a ray of light. See yourself as a positive person who can do, be, or have whatever they want, because you deserve it, okay? Your childhood doesn't have to define who you are. You can become whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. Now, if you have difficulty in believing that, guys, do the course, because it literally will change your life. It's everything that I've learned over the past 18 months. It's based on the course that I done from Bob Proctor, which I paid about $6,000 for. I'm charging it to you guys for £29. It's literally, I just needed to convey this information to as many people as possible, and I've specified it to children of trauma. So you literally, it's going to be changing your life. I feel so passionately about it, and I just really want as many people to get this information as possible. But of course I will be sharing as much of it as possible on the channel and on my Instagram, and come join my Facebook group as well. I'll leave all the links in the description box below. I think that's everything. Peace.